education outweigh the risks. College loan debt poses a significant burden for many. Attempts to lower the high financial burden of higher education from individuals in lower income areas, such as those in 27504, 27524, and 27604, and its far-reaching consequences have been made through measures including socialized community college programs, career and college promise programs, and federal financial aid. Debt impact on individuals. Over 2/3 of parents have not started saving for their child's higher education and instead prioritize emergency funds and retirement funds. College debt is a potentially perpetual cycle. Many college-educated parents cannot save for their children's education, when in most cases they are still paying for their own. In-state public tuition averages $18,391, and private or privately owned institutions average $40,917 a year. Impact on the economy. As federal student loans have increased, so have state investments in public institutions, increasing the tax and fiscal capacity. The college debt crisis effects on housing is exacerbated by rising demand and higher interest rates. Crisis also hinders small businesses and results in lowered consumer spending. According to Alexander King of University World News, with an increase in student loan debt of approximately 3.3%, it resulted in a 14.4% decrease in the formation of small firms and businesses in each county in Pennsylvania. Also, it is estimated that each time a graduate or non-graduate student's debt to income increases by 1%, their consumer consumption declines by as much as 3.7%.
The impact of student loan debt on individuals is felt differently across many locations. College loan debt varies greatly by zip code in North Carolina. According to the Urban Institute, the national percentage of people who have a bachelor's degree is 35%, but in Raleigh, 47% of people have a bachelor's degree, while in Johnston County, it's only 27%. The divide of student loans debt on families exacerbates disparities between white communities and communities of color. Wake County averages $23,420 in student loan debt, Johnston County $21,523, and nationally $20,108. Meanwhile, 6% of Johnston County student loan holders have debts in default and 7% in Wake County, compared to the national average of 8%. Student loan debt default is when people have failed to make payments for 270 days. They can have their tax refunds and paychecks garnished, credit scores fall, and their eligibility for student loans student aid is revoked. Essentially, student loan debt and the prospect of defaulting on it is devastating for families. The United States is in dire need of skilled workers. There are many proposed benefits to providing free college to the populace. A college degree at no cost could lead to a more experienced and diversified workforce, but with a college diploma becoming more and more out of reach, many people will not be eligible to fill needed vacancies. Consequently, higher tuition leads to less skilled workers fulfilling careers in high demand. President Biden recently enacted a plan to forgive many student loans in response to the debt crisis. Though there is free support for free college tuition, the plan faced immediate opposition, stating Biden's plan did not adequately address the root cause behind rising tuition. Taxpayers will have to cover the cost of the new legislation, and the plan does not target those who have already graduated. Arguments were also made that it could increase inflation and result in further tuition increases.
While socialized college education has not been adopted in the U.S., some areas have used programs to make community college more accessible and tuition-free. One such program is in Johnston County, North Carolina, where zip codes 27504 and 27524 are located. Johnston County Community College President Dr. Vern Lindquist says, "We see no reason why we will not continue on this upward trajectory, given the booming population of Johnston County, the commissioner's promise for free tuition and recent high school graduates again this year, and our commitment to education and workforce development in our region. The program has allowed full-time enrollment to increase to 1,738 students for the spring 2024 semester. And due to the Commissioner's promise, record-breaking enrollment continues semester after semester. The increase in enrollment at JCC is allowing for growth and expansion and providing advancement opportunities for local recent high school graduates. Wake Tech does not offer free tuition, however, they have programs to offset the majority of the cost. Outside of the U.S., some European countries have varying degrees of success in attempting to make higher education more accessible through socialization. In the United Kingdom, this practice proved to have a rocky start. Once the UK socialized college education, the government could not keep up with the massive uptick in public enrollment. As a result, colleges severely limited the number of people they could legally enroll and restricted access to higher education. However, the Swiss apprenticeship model has proven very successful by placing a greater emphasis on practical workplace skills rather than classroom hours. Students enrolled in higher education graduate anywhere from 18 to 20 years old. The Swiss government subsidizes the programs, but is funded 60% by the private industry, lessening the payload on the taxpayer. According to the Swiss Embassy's analysis of the Swiss apprenticeship model, apprentices provide a way for employers to build their workforce, and the concept of earn while you learn gives young professionals the chance to start their careers with a set of practical skills and no student debt. College debt negatively impacts borrowers in low-income areas such as 27524, 27604, and 27504. With tuition rising and a lack of government intervention, the student loan crisis is certain to balloon into generational problems. Various nations have implemented subsidized college education. However, it does not come without its drawbacks. Local solutions such as socialized community college options have proved to become very popular. More measures need to be implemented to combat rising tuition, as it is glaringly apparent that low-income areas such as 27504, 27524, and 27604 would greatly benefit from subsidized college education.